Hey, I'm Cece Summers, and I can't seem to stop cutting my hair off. Cut it today. I was just sick of, having hair. Needed a change. After COVID, COVID, I grew my hair out all the way down my back, and I'm over it. I'm over the whole having hair thing, so I got rid of it. Anyways, that is not what you came here for, so shut up, me. This is a game called Don't Romance Me. It is rife with trigger warnings. Please make sure that you read those before continuing. Definitely an 18+ game. It's the honor system here. Trusting you. And we are going into this, my absolute favorite way to go into things, absolutely blind. I have not looked into any of this other than just hearing that it's a pretty cool game. And y'all tend to like to lie to me. You like to see me suffer a little bit. So let's see what kind of suffering you have brought onto me this time. They say that the crossing of two roads is a place where deals can be struck with demons. The bar's wooden sign creaks in the wind. You stare up at the carved words as they swing back and forth. You can hear laughter and music inside. But out here, on the darkened sidewalk, the town is sleeping. You should probably be sleeping too, but here you are, standing alone outside a bar that you've never been in before. The only sound is the wind and the occasional distant growl of a car. It's not too late to go home and go to bed. Honestly though, one, it's hard enough to get me into a bar, but to get me into a bar alone, I'm not going anywhere out in public by myself, okay? Go home, girl. Go home. You let out a long breath. Without removing your hands from your pockets, you shoulder the door open and slip into the bar. The bar is warm, almost too warm. The air is an intimate press against your skin, driving away the night as you step inside. The small place is packed, the smoky air humming with voices and the acoustic thrum of music. Doesn't look like the kind of place you'd find a demon. The thought makes you smile as you slide onto a stool at the bar and turn your gaze towards the drink menu. And with that, we have thoroughly jinxed ourselves. Please tell me you knocked on every piece of wood available. Just a normal bar, the kind that offers half-price apple teenies on Tuesdays. Before you can settle on a drink, the back of your neck prickles. The sensation of someone watching you tickles down your spine like a finger. Instinct draws your gaze up, and your heart skips. Someone is watching you. Hello, Mohawk. The black coils of a snake are the first thing to catch your eye. A young man leans against the scuffed wood of the bar next to you, a serpentine tattoo slithering around his bicep. His hand is wrapped around a chilly bottle of beer, and he's staring at you like he's trying to eat you alive with his eyes. In what kind of way? What, eating, hey. Or is it Cannibal Man? Because honestly, with the MCs that we have, I could be into either. He doesn't stop staring when he notices you looking at him. A little smirk creeps across his face. He has a goatee. Why are you staring at me? The guy snickers. Yeah? I'm picturing how you look on your back with your legs around my waist. Jesus. I already hate this man. You choke on your own tongue. The guy's smirk grows as he watches you cough and sputter. Name's Mateo. Don't forget to breathe. Fuck off, Mateo. You finally clear your throat, burying your red face in a napkin. You can feel his eyes on you. Are you being serious? Mateo picks up his beer thoughtfully. The muscles on his tattooed arm flex as he presses the bottle to his lips and tips it back. Why is he flexing? Like, if all he's doing is lifting up a beer bottle, like, why is he, like, flexing his arm? Fucking get out, Mateo. You can't keep your eyes off him. It must be his words ringing in your head because you can't stop picturing those strong arms pinning you down. Mateo finally lowers his beer with a sigh. I'm not in this bar to make friends tonight. I'm looking for a toy. You want to be that toy? Oh my God. Please tell me we have some self-respect here. Fuck off. No. I'll pass, dude. I'm not a toy. I am a whole human being. That's a shame. I was gonna make you a whole... Okay. I'm good, Mateo. Bye. Something in his voice shifts. A sudden shiver runs down your spine, and you swear you can't look away from him. Every detail about him suddenly feels vivid, from the southern lilt in his voice to the color of his eyes. I'm sorry, I wasn't doing his accent right. Mateo swings his legs off the bar stool and steps close to you. Without asking or warning, he grabs your jaw. You almost moan. Is it hypnotism? What's going on with the purple red going on in the face area? What's going on with that? If you're really not interested, go home. Have fun with your hand tonight. Okay, but if you want me, follow me. No, I want to go home. You go weak at the words. You'd fall off the stool if he wasn't holding you up. He sees the look on your face and chuckles. Don't worry, sweetheart. It's nothing personal. No one can say no to me. That's absolutely some sort of mind control bullshit. Get out of here with the purple mind control bullshit. He lets go of your chin and strides away without another word. You sway dizzily for a moment. Almost without thinking about it, you slide off the bar stool and follow him through the crowded bar. The night outside is cool, but the steamy warmth of the bar seems to follow you, lingering like a kiss against your neck. Don't go in a dark alleyway. Dude, come on. Stars span overhead, and filthy concrete and brick sprawls around you. Mateo grabs you by the arm and drags you down the nearest alley, grinning, and you let him. Your pulse is racing. You've never done this before. Never slunk down an alley with some guy you just met. Because that's a crazy thing to do. That is a really weird, crazy thing to do. That's why you don't do it. The noise of the bar next door is like a heartbeat, a low, muted thumping of voice and music. The cold, sterile light of a street lamp dips down the alley, but can't penetrate the shadows. Mateo's smile is swallowed up by the darkness as he leads you past that last line of light. I'm gonna be mean to you. Well, we all knew that. That's not surprising. It doesn't have to, we don't have to do anything. We can just hang out like friends. In an instant, Mateo's grin dissolves. His jaw twitches. He places a hand on your chest and pushes you until your back hits a wall, then keeps pushing until you wheeze. It's gonna be sex, and just sex, or I'll make you not like me. I already don't like you, garbage man. Who thinks that it's an alleyway? There's garbage. Ew. But I don't want either of these. I don't like him. I don't think he's a very nice person. But I also don't want that, so... I like you. Why? I don't know. Story purposes. Mateo snorts. You don't know shit about me. You don't know what kind of bastard I might be. I have a good idea. Following me down this alley might have been the dumbest thing you've ever done. Hard agree. He leans close to your ear, breathing in it. Maybe I only lured you in here so I could bend you over the nearest trash can. Ew! Ugh! Maybe I'll hurt you if you resist. Apparently I'm just trying to die. No, you wouldn't. His fist crunches into your nose, knocking your head sideways. You don't know a fucking thing about me. This time his knuckles catch your eye. Even while you're still gasping in shock, you can feel it start to swell. You're going to bruise from that. I've changed my mind. I was gonna... Okay. But now, Mateo wrenches you away from the wall. You stumble after him, your head reeling. You're not worth. Okay. Cool. Cool! See, children, that's what happens if you don't want to have sex in a moment with a person. They're just gonna stab you in the face, is the life lesson we are taking from this. Just, you gotta be on and available 24/7 to have any kind of worth to any partner. You know what I mean? There's a metallic flick and a pocket knife flashes towards your face. You try to pull back, but Mateo's grip on your shirt holds you in place, pulling you along. But that's fine with you, right? Of course! It's so fine. You said it didn't have to be sex. You just want to make me feel good, don't you? Still no. That's still a no. He's leading you somewhere. His steps are too deliberate. What? Oh no. Heedless of the warning signs, Mateo grabs the lid of the box and wrenches it open. You flinch back as he grabs your wrist, lifting your hand towards the open fuse box. What's wrong? Don't you want to make me feel better? Still no. Still no. I want to leave. I want to make me feel better. You can hear it humming. Your wrist aches in his crushing grip as you struggle to pull your hand back. Don't you trust me? No! You'll get shocked too, bitch. Mateo slams your hand into the fuse box. The shock rips through you like a jackhammer. Where your bare skin is pressed against the metal, the vibrations are so loud and fast that they burn. It only lasts a second, but you spend that second screaming. Mateo jerks your hand back. You catch your breath raggedly, your hand trembling in pain. The ghost of the shock reverberates through your body dully. Mateo lets out a long, heavy breath, as though relieved. You sob, fighting to make your seizing lungs produce breath and words. Please. I'm tired of hearing you talk. Mateo. He shoves your hand back into the fuse box and another scream tears through you. I was about to be like, why is he not getting shocked? But obviously he is not human. The knife flashes in his other hand, visible to you for just a second. The knife is sticking out of the back of your hand, skewering it to the fuse box. Tight. Somehow, it silences you. The shock lodges in your throat like a lump of lead, choking you. The blade is wedged hard in the mess of wires. His fist keeps it pinned there as the blood drips down your arm. The pain drills through your bones and vibrates up to your skull, and you can't tell if you've started screaming again. You can smell meat cooking. Over the garbage smell? Mateo groans. Somehow the noise cuts through your ringing ears, a noise of unmistakable pleasure. You sound better when you're screaming. You sound better when you shut up. He crushes your face against the mess of metal and wires. One white-hot thunderclap tears through your brain before the world goes black. Hypocrite. Hypocrite? Me? Who is he who? Wait, hold on. Which one of us was supposed to be the hypocrite in that situation? Me? Because I will fight. Okay, what's up, Mateo? Your voice comes out a little nervous. The guy sips his beer, but his eyes never leave you. Hey. His smile is making your cheeks darken. You swallow. What's your name? Why? Need to know what you'll be screaming later? What is he in 5th grade? Jesus. Your mouth snaps shut and heat rushes to your face. He laughs. It's Mateo, by the way. But if you can't remember that, I'll also respond to please harder. Are you being serious? Mateo picks his beer up thoughtfully. Yeah. No. I'm good, man. How about don't be mean to me? I'm fragile. Mateo smirks. He slowly wraps his fist in the front of your shirt before slamming you against the filthy brick wall. Well, at least he's not crushing our ribs this time. No! Mateo's hand slides down the front of your shirt slowly. You swallow. He's touching you like he owns you. Without so much as asking, he digs his fingers down the side of your... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Here? In this dirty-ass, garbage-filled alleyway? The alley is filthy. You're almost positive that you heard something rustling along the trash cans when he was dragging you here. I like this alley. The noise from the bar covers up the screaming. Before you have the chance to say a word, Mateo drops to his knees and grabs your hips. He lifts up the hem of your shirt, leans in, and drags his tongue across your bare skin. Yikes. The sudden, slick touch makes your heart jump. Your face is hot, and you can't believe some guy you just met is about to do nasty things on you in a disgusting alleyway where anyone could walk in. I'm a lady, and ladies deserve to be treated nicely. Maybe we can take this back to my place. Mateo snickers as he undoes your pants. Do I sound like I'm asking? Well, you should be asking and respecting my answer. Your jeans scrape as they go down your legs. You can feel his teeth against your hip, and you let out a faint hiss of pain as he bites down. Mateo groans against your skin as he yanks your jeans down to your feet, his heart bites wandering down your thigh. Yikes. Okay. Yikes. I guess you really do like the alley. No, I don't. He leans in. He's so close you can feel his breath. I can't wait to destroy you. Okay, Mateo. Mateo drags his tongue over you on a long, hungry swipe. That first, gross, makes your heart jump. You can't believe you're doing this. You can see the street from here. Yikes. Yikes. Let's just think about this for a second. Let's just think about the nasty diseases we can get from the floor of this alleyway and the garbage. No? Don't want to think about it? Don't care? I figured. Mateo pins your wrist hard against the asphalt and... gross. Look at yourself. You're getting nasty things done to you in a disgusting alley by some guy you've never met. I didn't romance you. I wasn't nice. All I did was take what I wanted and you're just gonna let me? Well, the alternative is you kill me, so... the fuck else am I supposed to do? Oh, and then he hits you. Yay. For a moment, you're too stunned to breathe. Come on, fight back. Make this fun. Fuck you. Clenching your teeth, you wrench hard against his grip. Bite him. You're almost surprised when you twist your hand free. You weren't expecting to actually get loose. Emboldened, you shove at him. Your foot scrapes against the pavement as you try to get your limbs under him, trying to push him off. Yikes. 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 Your fist thumps into his jaw before you realize you're throwing a punch. Yes, absolutely. Get wrecked. Wrecked. When you thrash again, you manage to get your leg between your body and his, and with one powerful kick, you shove him off. You scramble to your feet, breathing hard. Night air brushes against your bare, shaking legs. Wistfully, you cast a glance at your pants, lying in a pile on the filthy pavement where Mateo ripped them off. Mateo's gaze follows yours, lingering on the pile of pants. You're not putting those back on. You can get fucking wrecked, Mr. Bald on the side. He takes a step towards you. You need to do something or you're going to end up back under him. Okay, well, this isn't going to end well for us. Maybe there's some garbage we can shove in his face. You need something to even the odds. You need a weapon. Even a makeshift weapon would do, but where will you find one? Well, I don't have pockets. I have nothing on. I'm Winnie the Poohing it over here, so maybe his pockets? I think he still has his pants on. It's risky, but fuck, he seems like the kind of guy who carries a knife. If you could get a real weapon in your hands, that would change things. You steal a glance at his pockets, hoping for Yes, there's definitely a pocket knife-sized bulge in one. You swallow. You pull your gaze away from him and lower your fists meekly. Lost your nerve already? Not a lot of fight in you, is there? Your hands fidget nervously at your sides. You take a shy step closer. I guess you were having more fun on your back. Fuck off. You bite your lip. You hope it looks shy and aroused. Yeah. Maybe I'd have more fun giving you bruises. You step closer. Your heart is pounding. You're standing close enough that he could grab you, but so far, he hasn't moved. You take another step, your body almost pressed against his. As long as you're this close, you may as well be Jesus Christ. Your hand darts into his pocket and closes over smooth metal. You wrench it out and retreat from him, almost tripping over your feet, breathing hard as you hold out the item. Fuck. I thought it was a knife. Mateo freezes like you just pointed a gun at him, the color draining from his face. In your hand is a lighter. That's not the weapon you were hoping for. Mateo has not taken a single step closer to you. Slowly, almost cautiously, he extends his arm and opens his palm. Give me that. Get fucking wrecked. Turn it on. You clench your jaw. His steady voice isn't fooling you. There's fear in his eyes. You drag your thumb over the little metal wheel, and with a click, a bright flame dances from the lighter. Mateo yanks his hand back with a startled curse. His breath is heavy. Light him on fire. Light this bitch on fire. You shouldn't have done that. He moves faster than you can follow. Your outstretched arm is knocked aside, the lighter slipping from your hand before you know what's happening. Mateo's hand locks around your throat, and... The fuck was that? You're not sure what you're seeing for a moment. Something pink is dripping in Mateo's fist. Your shirt is wet, soaked, and you can't breathe. Did he take out my lungs? Over a lighter? You tried to suck in a breath and it makes an awful gurgle. Your head is light. Distantly, you register that the gore squeezed of Mateo's fist is the ruined remains of your throat. Why? How? He used his bare hand. You never finish the thought. The dizziness swallows your mind as blood pours from your ruined throat and you slump to the ground. Fuck. Over a lighter. Over a lighter. What's so special about that lighter? What am I missing? It's a lighter. Okay. So I guess maybe I want to get back to that point where we were at where we took the lighter, but then give it back and see if he shows us what's so special about the lighter. Be like, hey, it's a good thing you gave it back because look, here's what it does. And then just fucking a genie pops out. I don't know. Okay, instead of turning it on, we're just going to hand it over. Like, show me the mystical genie that is in this lighter. You hesitate. He's been shoving you around since he met you, but this is different. He looks serious in a way he didn't before. The lighter seems to frighten him for some reason, and that makes you not want to let it go. It's the only thing that stopped him from touching you. Mateo's jaw tenses. If you don't give me that, I'll start breaking bones. That makes your stomach drop. Your hand is shaking as you lower the lighter. You hold it by the base and offer it to him in surrender. Mateo steps closer, slowly, eyes darting between the lighter and your face. He grabs you by the wrist, hard enough to hurt, yanking your body against his. You drop the lighter and it splashes into a greasy puddle. You shouldn't have fucking done that. You squirm, but his hand locks around your throat, squeezing tight. I thought that he was gonna... Ugh! After the shit you just pulled, you're not going anywhere. You think I'd let you slip away by accident the first time? His grip tightens. I wanted you to give me some fun, but you're trouble, aren't you? Okay, see? This is... It's always a fine line. It's always a fine line with these characters. You have to be, like, not super meek, because they're like, do what I ask. But then if you do exactly what they ask, they're like, you're boring. Get wrecked. And then they stab you in the face. But then they're like, fight back, be feisty. So you do, you fight back, you're feisty, you're sassy, you get all up in their face and make it a challenge. And then they're like, this is too challenging. I needed you to just be like sassy one time and then do what I wanted you to do. Stab in the face. Like, there is no winning. There is never any winning. Mateo manhandles you forward, and you have no choice but to let him. You can barely breathe through his grip on your throat. He shoves you towards a pair of ancient-looking metal trash cans. One of them is so rusted it's falling apart. He's gonna stab me on this, isn't he? I was gonna make this clean, bloodless. He bends you over the trash can and you scramble to catch yourself on the harsh rim. The jagged edge scrapes your belly. The trash reeks. You'd cover your face if you didn't need both hands to hold yourself up, keep your midsection from pressing down against the torn metal. Oh God. Over trash. Trash! It is a trash can, my guy. Really? A trash can with trash in it. You don't deserve clean. You don't deserve breathing. I think our guts fell out because of the trash can. You're trash. Okay, well, not gonna touch the lighter. Fuck that. Okay, so we're gonna go the opposite direction. We're gonna go fucking aggressive as shit because we know it's gonna end in death, right? Like, he wants one little snarky quip and then done. He doesn't want me to actually punch him in the face, so I'm gonna do that as often as I can. You see something you like? The guy's gaze drags in a slow grind down your body. He lifts his beer to his lips and takes a sip before responding. Not yet, your clothes are in the way. Your breath hitches. He's smiling, but he doesn't look like he's joking. Name's Mateo. You want to get out of here? Are you being serious? Same. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Your throat is dry and your heart is pounding, and you don't trust your words. You give him a nod. Mateo's grin broadens, and he slides out of the bar stool. His hand flicks in a silent order for you to follow. Your belly is full of butterflies as you follow him. Gross. I'm gonna fuck you up, Mateo. I'm gonna slap you in the balls. He slowly wraps his fist in front of your shirt before slamming you against the filthy brick wall. No, you won't. Yes, I will, bitch. You don't know me. Your breath catches and your stomach drops. It doesn't sound like he's giving you a choice. Your whole body is tingling, but your heart is pounding too. Mateo's hand slides down the front of your shirt. Yeah. Whatever. Allie's great. I can mush your face into the ground and it'll be really horrible. Allie's great. Maybe the dirtiness of it and the risk of getting caught are turning you on. Or maybe you just don't want him to take off your pants. We're going for it. Fight! Let's go! Brace yourself, your bare feet shuffling over the filthy ground. When he's close enough, you take a hard swing. Your fist collides with his jaw and knocks his face to the side. Mateo grunts a curse, then laughs as he rubs the sting out of his jaw. Nice! Your chest is heaving, your fist still raised. You were scared of pissing him off, but this weird enjoyment is somehow worse. It's painfully clear you're not a threat to him. Despair starts to twist in your gut. He's going to do anything he wants to you, and you can't stop him. Your next punch never lands. Mateo ducks it and swings back at you hard. The force of the blow knocks you back. You catch yourself against a heavy dumpster, gripping the rusted metal for support. His next punch catches your jaw and sends you sliding down the ridged metal wall. The air drives out of you as his foot crashes into your ribs, rolling you on your side. A moment later, you feel the treads of his shoe digging into your cheek, a harsh pressure through your skull as he presses down. Pathetic, you're pathetic. He grinds your face against the greasy pavement. That's what I wanted to do. To him. I feel gypped. I feel cheated. Not that I expected anything better. The shoe drags across your cheek before finally slipping away. You roll over, wincing, about to sit up. Above you looms the massive metal dumpster, tilted horribly. Mateo's hands gripping the side and pulling it just off balance. The crunch is stomach-turning. For a moment, the visceral, awful sound is the only thing you can register. It seems wrong. There should be another noise. What you're seeing is surreal. The dumpster lies on its side, trash spilling out onto the pavement. It's on top of you. You can't move your legs. Mateo kneels down beside your head. You hear the soft thump of his knees against the pavement. It's strange that you can hear noises like that right now, so crystal clear. There should be another noise. You should be screaming. Whoops, oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh. You're in pain. You must be. You should be screaming yourself hoarse, but all you can let out is a rasping breath. You should be screaming. Jesus, fuck. Fuck this guy. Oh my god. Okay, we might as well do the last one, which was run and die again. Ugh. You don't like your chances in a fight. He's too strong. You turn on your heel and bolt down the alley like a rabbit from a fox, your bare feet pounding over cracked asphalt. Adrenaline spikes through your body when you hear him chasing after you. You're vividly aware of how naked you are from the waist down, night air washing over you in places it normally wouldn't. Anxiety twists in your chest. You'll have to run out into the street like this. A blow like a hammer slams into your back. You yelp as you hit the ground hard and skid. The harsh asphalt scrapes your knees and arm. Between the pain and the fear and the lingering wobbly arousal, you're almost shaking too hard to stand up. You don't get the chance to. Mateo grabs your shoulder and slams you onto your back. He's panting as he straddles you, his weight pinning you, rough fingers digging into your skinned arm. You yelp in pain as his hand grinds against your torn skin. Mateo freezes. He lifts his hand, examining the smear of blood across his palm. I was going to make this last longer. He lifts his hand. You forget to breathe as he drags his tongue across his own palm, tasting the red smear of your blood. Ew. He shudders and lets out an gross. He's so nasty. Nasty. You want to ask him what he means, but he presses a hand over your mouth and nose. You squirm, trying to drag his hand off so you can breathe, but it feels glued onto your face. Sorry, I'm not convinced that the bar noise is going to cover up this one. He shoves the side of your face against the asphalt, still covering your airways. You thrash under him as he buries his face in your neck. Your lungs are starting to ache and you need to breathe. A strange squeak escapes through Mateo's hand when you feel him bite you, blunt teeth dragging into your neck harder and harder. The harsh, stinging pain intensifies until you're screaming into his hand with the last air in your lungs, and you can feel his teeth breaking skin. Mateo snarls against your neck and you can feel him. Oh god, he's licking the bite mark, dragging his mouth over it like it's a deep kiss and not an open wound. You try to scream again, but there's nothing left in your lungs. Your vision is starting to blot, your struggles getting weaker as Mateo groans. All you want is to draw a single breath. As the world starts to go dark, you feel his teeth sink back into your neck. Is he a fucking vampire? What the fuck? What the fuck? Coward? Fuck off. You're... Bitch. How am I more upset over the title names than I am this actual guy? Okay, so obviously when he says fight, he doesn't actually mean fight, so maybe we'll like play fight and be like, oh, stop. And then he'll be like, yeah, never mind. Okay, stop. You squirm in his grip just to feel how tightly he's holding you down. Mateo keeps you pinned to the pavement, your feeble struggles doing little more than wiggling your hips under him. Oh no! Are you enjoying this? What? This accusation in his voice makes you flinch, but it makes you shudder too. Yes? After everything I've done to you, the way I treated you. He leans over you suddenly. I wasn't gonna give you a choice, you know. Anything you did, no matter how much you fought back, it wouldn't matter. I was gonna take what I wanted. His hands tighten on your wrist so hard you hiss in pain. And you like that? Yeah, because you like people that think that they're human trash. So, yeah, sure. His words should scare the shit out of you. Maybe they do, but your heart is pounding so fast with adrenaline and arousal that you don't care. You're squeezed tight. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mateo hasn't moved. You can hear his tense breath. He's looking down at you with the strangest expression, almost like he can't believe you're real. Like he's scared to touch you. You should be scared, bitch. I'm gonna bite your throat. He looks away suddenly, the expression vanishing before you can figure out what it means. Fuck's sake. All the people I could have grabbed, and I got the kinky freak who's into this. Yeah, you should just let me go then. The harsh words make you shudder again. You drink in the abuse like a shot of booze, almost lightheaded. Mateo's words come through his teeth. You're supposed to remind me what I was. Call me a monster. Instead, you just... He cuts himself off, breathing hard. Abruptly, he pulls away from you and stands. For a moment, the alley walls spin overhead. You push yourself up on wobbling arms. Mateo is fishing something out of his pocket, a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. He holds the cigarette between his teeth and flicks the lighter on. Then why was he so scared of the lighter? It doesn't seem to be magic. Is he shaking? The lighter flicks off as soon as his cigarette is lit, and Mateo lets out a long huff of smoke. His boot presses, yikes. Ah, don't do that. Say no. The cigarette is dangling from his lips as he speaks. What the hell? I said say no. No. That's better, but you're faking it. His boot slides off of you. Dizzily, you see Mateo walk to the filthy wall and grab one of the thin, rusted pipes that clings to the bricks. With a horrible shriek of metal, he rips it off the wall. It must have almost rusted through its fastenings. He barely looked like he was trying. The pipe drags along the asphalt behind him as Mateo approaches you. A loud, grating noise that spits sparks. You scoot back, almost falling over. What are you doing? You're dangerous. You don't understand why, but you are. He slaps the pipe against his own hand. You're not a risk I can take. The fuck does that mean? What do you mean? Because you're okay with it. Because you'll make me feel like... He scowls suddenly. Why am I explaining this to you? I brought you here so I can get some fucking catharsis. It's about time you gave me that. He lifts the pipe. You recoil across the pavement, your bare legs scraping on the rough surface. Hey. That's right, pervert. I'm a bad person. You're about to die for me. Does that get you off? Panic jolts you to your feet. Before you can make it 2 steps, the pipe swings down. Yeah, I'm the pervert. Shattering pain rips through your leg. You don't even feel yourself collapse to the ground. All you can feel is splintered bone and shredded nerves. Agony escapes your throat in horrified, dragging breaths, half scream. You can't run as Mateo lifts the pipe again. Just so you know. He finally gives you a smile, the cigarette dangling from the corner. You can barely see it through your tears. When I'm done with your body, I'm throwing you in the trash where you belong. This guy... No. What do you want from me? What? Sure, let's go. I feel like this is the one he probably would want. I guess. No, it's not enough. It's fine, I guess. Hang on. So we just don't? Maybe? Because this leads to death, and this leads to death, so we're fine. You can barely think through the... This one will piss him off. And I am all for pissing this guy off. Yeah, he's mad. Yeah, he's real mad. Next time I'll grab someone with fucking self-respect. Okay. And then he calls me a slut. Great. I'm gonna do you a favor. Fuck you. I won't kill you till you get off. How kind of him. Honestly, just how nice and thoughtful and considerate of him. If you don't, I'll let you live. Your stomach drops. Suddenly the ground feels very, very cold under your back. That was a sick joke, right? He's not. Yikes. He's joking, right? No. So throw us back on the ground. So he's gonna kill us now. His hand tightens painfully. My turn. Great. He slams your face into the greasy puddle. Your nose crunches against the rough, broken pavement at the bottom, and you barely manage to hold back a scream. The pain is a burning pulse, and the dirty, lukewarm water is just deep enough that your face is submerged. You can't breathe. No amount of struggling can move his hand. His grip is like steel, holding your face against the putrid puddle as you thrash. Your face grinds against it slightly with each thrust. Gross. He's drowning you in 3 inches of water. Your hands are scraping against the pavement, clawing at it, desperately trying to push yourself up. At last, you can't hold back a scream. It bubbles harmlessly through the water. There's no air. You can't get any air. There might as well be a mile of ocean above you. The next time your mouth opens in a panicked gulp, you taste blood along with oil and filth. There's no air. You don't even care that the vile water is getting in your mouth. Everything is spinning. Your struggles are weakening, your bloodied hands pushing pathetically at the filthy concrete. Mateo, oh, gross. And you died. Yay. Okay, middle path. We're just gonna middle path it. We're gonna be like, that's fine. It's all fine. Can we go somewhere different? But it's fine. But we're not really into it. Squeezes around your heart like a fist, locking your limbs. You don't want to provoke him more. You don't want him to do anything worse than he's already doing. Maybe if you just give him what he wants. No, not fighting back? He grabs your face roughly, giving you a disgusted look. For fuck's sake, you're gonna make me do all the work? Well, I mean, if I don't fight back, you're like, fight back, bitch. But if I do fight back, you're like, why are you fighting me? Die. What the fuck am I supposed to do? You're shaking as you look up at him, too stunned. Your insides are tingling and sore. Mateo looks almost bored as he tucks... Oh, gross. Is he leaving you here? Boring, but not a problem. You're not ready for the kick. His boot crunches into your chest, knocking you onto your back and driving the wind from you. Before you can suck in another breath, his boot is pressing against your neck, almost crushing. Your legs thrash in panic, kicking a brittle aluminum can, sending it rattling away down the alley. The whole point of keeping you alive was to get some fun out of you. If you're just gonna lie there and take it, why bother? A corpse knows how to do that. Ew. His boot presses harder and harder. Your head feels like it's about to explode, your lungs aching. Your struggles are growing more wild, but they're growing weaker too. Your foot kicks another piece of trash, and you barely hear it clatter. You can feel blood vessels compressing, cartilage bending, about to snap. As the world starts to go dark, you can hear his laughter. Looks like I got a fight out of you after all. Ugh. Okay, so we got 8 endings out of question mark. And they've all been great. So far, I am loving this game, and I am so glad you recommended it to me. And if there isn't at least one ending where this guy gets wrecked, I'm gonna riot. I'm going to just fucking rage. Well, please come back and help me through the next one, because this guy is fucking wild. And I'll see you then.
I never knew you could be such a talker.